rise today in support of H.R. 4078, the Early Act reauthorization, which passed the House earlier this week. I'm honored to have co-led this bipartisan legislation with my good friend, colleague, and breast cancer survivor, Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz. This is an important public health bill to ensure that young women throughout the United States understand the importance of breast health and the value of regular breast cancer screenings. This bipartisan bill raises public awareness about breast health and educates healthcare providers to encourage early detection of breast cancer. It also supports initiatives and research to help identify high-risk women by collecting family histories and educating patients about early warning signs. These programs are vitally important. We all know the statistics. 1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer over their lifetime, and many women with breast cancer typically have no symptoms. This disease has taken far too many of our loved ones. In 2017, breast cancer was the #1 most diagnosed cancer type in the United States and the #2 most deadliest. Earlier this year, I lost a very dear friend to this terrible disease, Judy Christofelis. She and I had volunteered in the Junior League of Indianapolis over 20 years ago. She was a successful accountant, a pillar of the Indianapolis community, above all a dedicated philanthropist. She was on the board of Indianapolis Day Nursery, Indiana's oldest and largest early childhood education nonprofit. She was extremely active in the Junior League of Indianapolis and the Indianapolis Arts Center. But in the last decade of her life, when she was battling breast cancer, she was a founding member of the Indianapolis American Cancer Society Guild and served as its treasurer. The Guild's mission is to support the Central Indiana office of the American Cancer Society by generating awareness, raising funds, and providing support for community outreach programs to achieve the shared goal of saving lives by helping people stay well, get well, find cures, and fight back. This mission epitomized Judy's fight against breast cancer. She battled metastatic breast cancer for more than a decade. Her resilience and spirit served as an inspiration to me and so many others in our community. Her story is just a reminder of why breast cancer screening is vitally important, and it's often the best and only way to identify this cancer in its earliest stages. Women, even young women, are susceptible to this deadly disease, which is why regular breast cancer screenings are so crucially important. Our bill reauthorized the program through fiscal year 2024, and it funds CDC programs to identify gaps in education awareness, particularly among young women and healthcare providers. It supports young survivors through grants to organizations focused on helping them cope with the many unique challenges they face as young women and implementing a targeted media campaign to reach young and higher risk women. The science is clear. Early detection is the single most effective way to stop these cancers before they become deadly. In my very last conversation with Judy before she passed away in March of this year, she asked me to keep up the fight for all people battling cancer. So this bill, in large part for me, is dedicated to my very dear close friend, Judy Christofelis. She truly is one of my heroes. So I urge our Senate colleagues to pass this important bill this month during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.